Sire. Today we built a train station, but it is not really a train station. It is for my supernatural builds I have been doing. If you've missed those, I'll put the playlist above. But basically, we are doing a apartment and business for each supernatural sim I've made in my Kaz video. This one here is the tea shop and the bookstore. Okay, and I usually make like 2 separate buildings on the same lot, but this lot, I don't know. I don't know what happened. Okay, I completely made up my mind and combined it all into one big building, and that became a train station somehow. And yeah, I can't tell you what my logic was, but it looks good. This one is just the tea shop part, and then we'll do the furnishing of the bookstore next time. The bookstore is going to be downstairs. So if you've seen those like windows in the cafe, that there was like a little stairwell downstairs. So that's where the bookstore is going to be. So I feel like this is very old. This is like old, and it looks kind of magical a little bit. That's the vibe I'm going for, because if you guys don't remember, it was just like ages ago. The owner is a ghost, and her name was, let me look at my notes, Elowyn Shade. Okay, and she had died prematurely on her wedding day was the story. Okay. And if you guys forgot about that and you want to rewatch it, I'll put that one up above as well. But yeah, that's her. And then she was like foodie, music lover, gloomy. So we gave her tea shop, and she's very Victorian, and that was her like style. That's when she died. So that's the like idea I got this from. And then her partner was the bookstore owner, and so she was like magical, and wait, what was she? She was a witch. Yeah. She was a witch. So she was magical, bookworm, cat lover, that. And then, okay, somehow the tea shop owner has quite a lot of space on this lot, and then the bookstore owner has not a lot of space. It's fine. It'll all work out. I think it will, because when I did this, I was like, you know what equals magical and old equals train station, or no, I don't know. But I was struggling so hard when I was trying to build this. I was looking at an inspo picture. Wow, inspo picture. Actually, I'm gonna put it up I'm gonna put it on the screen for y'all to see the vision. Okay, and that's what I'm trying to build. It's like this weird, tall building, and then this is not. I don't even know what this is. I just typed in a bunch of like train station, train stop on Pinterest, and I got a bunch of images, and this is the one I like the most. It had like a weird shape, it had a train station at the bottom, and then I was like, I like the like arch at the very top it had, and I wanted a train to come out at the top, so that is what I did. Okay, do you guys follow my logic? But yeah, that was the like idea. Okay, and then I don't know, I can't really tell you why I combined the 2 peoples into this one thing, but yeah. Okay, but the whole like, I think like the 2 topmost levels are pure decoration, and there's nothing up there because the stairwell just keeps going all the way up until it reaches this like first train station stop, I guess. And obviously you can't really do anything with those, so yeah. Okay, pure decoration. It's there for looks, and it looks good, right? Okay, it looks good, I swear. But yeah, and then for some reason in my brain, my brain wasn't understanding how to do this roof, and like I was struggling so hardcore, so I skipped that for you guys. I just skipped all that. Okay, and then they have like all of these like, it looks kind of like industrial with like the pipes coming down and whatnot. So I got these. I think these are just a freestanding pole, and I sized them up and sized them down the way I wanted them, and just like free placed them everywhere because I felt like that looked really cool. I found those last time. You can see it right there next door. That was I don't know which one's my favorite now. I really like this train station, and I really like the one I did the other day. That arcade, and then the Body Shop, whatever that was. That one, I found that pole when I was doing that one, and I was like thinking that this would be perfect. But I made like this like platform. I don't know what this is. Is this a platform or a foundation? I think it's a I don't know. I think it's just a foundation, and then I made a room out of it and deleted it because, oh no, I brought the foundation down. Okay, I got you. See, I don't even know what I did to make this. Okay, because they have like that train thing going all the way out. You know how a train looks, right? I've never even been to a train station, but I know what a train thing looks like. You know, it's kind of like the subway, you know? But yeah, I did that, and then I copied and pasted this like train section I've made down into the basement as well. So there's 3 train stops technically. One up here, one on the very top floor, and then there's one in the basement. Because the one in the basement is for the bookstore, so we don't get to see it that often. But I didn't really do anything different except for just copy and paste this. And then there's like a giant square room, so there's nothing really going on down there. But yeah, and then I got a bunch of debug train pieces and I added those on. And then this middle piece is a actual like weird octagon, pentagon shaped room, whatever you want to call that. I originally meant to grab a full circular room, but I think I must have grabbed the wrong one because obviously this is not a fully rounded curve. I don't know what happened, but that's besides the point. Okay. And then since it's like technically a train, car, whatever you want to call it, wagon, I don't know what these are. I wanted it to have open doors, but we don't have any open doors I like. And I was trying to make this like look a little bit more fancier than the rest of the building. The rest of the building was a little bit more less taken care of, but this one has a little bit of a nicer feel. I don't know. But I made these custom doors. What do you guys think of these? I felt really proud of this. Everything was matching up so nicely. I found a nice trim that matched up perfectly with the redwood. I was so proud of this. I was like, oh my god, these look really good. I was so proud. But yeah. Because the building, you know, it was such an odd shape that I felt like I needed something else to cover up the weirdness. So I come in with my handy trick of adding a bunch of plants to cover up all of the mistakes. Okay, so it looks good. It looks good with all these plants on it. And yeah, that's why those are there. And then what do we think of this sign I have? This like dove, or what is that? A swan? That sign there I have on the roof. What is that from? I think that's from Get Famous. I found that because I wanted like a train stop sign, but I couldn't really find one, so I found this like really fancy one. And it kind of works and it kind of doesn't. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. You tell me, do we like that or no? Okay, do we like any of this? Okay, please someone tell me y'all like this. But yeah, and then I did some greenery with the minimal space I had left because I literally took up every single spot on this lot. I took up every spot on this lot except for like the front like portion there because originally I wanted to do like a very fancy entrance with like round curved platform steps, but I forgot about it and it didn't happen. Because you need to plan that beforehand. You need to do a platform instead of a foundation. Otherwise it won't work. And I had forgotten that. And so when I got to that point, I realized I had messed up and I could no longer do that. I was too far into the build. But yeah. I don't know. What else did I do? What you guys saw. So I've split the entrance there. They're right beside each other. One to the left is downstairs into the basement, and then the one we went through in the tour is to the cafe slash mostly supposed to be a tea shop. And then it's a weird layout. So yeah, it's a very weird layout. My logic is that they bought this building or just like took it over. They didn't do very many renovations because the exterior doesn't look that like new, but it doesn't look bad. I didn't go like cracks and dirt and grimy. I just went like kind of like a worn feel, not like broken down. I don't know. Does that make sense? And then the train cars that are like rooms that I made are very nice. Those are not worn. So I don't know what my logic is there. Someone help me out. Someone help me out in the comments. Tell me what my logic is. I don't know. Maybe they're preserved by magic because she's a witch down in the basement. I don't know. And then I think that's basically like the whole ideal thought process. Okay. And then these what do you call these? These like train track like light post things with the little wood beam that goes up and down when the train comes. Obviously, I don't think they would be there where I have them, but they looked good, you know, for aesthetics, so I put them there. I was like, I don't think this is where they would put these, but I'm gonna put them here anyway. And also, realistically, my trains will not go through my little tunnels I have. We ignore that. We imagine they are slightly smaller and they fit through there. And also I have like all these attachments onto the one I made. Look at those like cute little awning window things I have. Those are so cute. I thought those were perfect, but I was like, oh, should I not put these here? They don't, the train won't fit through the tunnel unless I, you know, but I was like, this is The Sims. Who cares? Do what you want. That's what I did. I did what I want. Realistically, this does not fit, and realistically, it is not off the ground because I don't have wheels. Well, I think I grabbed a couple debug wheels for aesthetics and put them on the other side. I didn't put any on this left side here because those facing the other way where you probably wouldn't see and probably wouldn't play this way. So I put them on the other side, so when you come up to the steps into the car, that there are some wheels there, but they don't, the building doesn't fit on the tracks. So it's a little unrealistic. It's fine, guys, right? Okay. But I'm pretty dang impressed with myself with this build. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think I could do it. I was like, I don't think a train station's for me. I don't think I could do this. Originally, I was gonna do like a very short and like a regular like flat one, and then I was like, why don't we go big? And so I did. I don't know why. But yeah, okay. And then I was trying to match her aesthetic, like I said. So she's very demure and like Victorian. So I was trying to do like a little bit of fanciness, and that's why I think this one is like really fancy. Also, I feel like this is mostly for decor as well, because these things are so dang big, these booths. And I don't know if it's just me. I don't know how to snap the tables to the booths, unless it's just like the one specific table from what is the pack called, the restaurant pack, whatever. I don't know if it's a specific table, but I couldn't get the table to snap, so I don't think that's usable technically. And then I also like shoved like 50 tables in here, so it's also kind of cluttered where you probably wouldn't be able to play in here, but it looks good. Okay, tell me it doesn't look good. Tell me. But yeah, that's basically all I put in here. And then I think I just put a couple plants, and then every table gets a candle and a freaking menu, and that's it. And I think I put some curtains up to make it cozy. I don't know. And then I put a menu in here because I felt like it needed something on the walls. And then we go inside maybe, and then I do put a couple. There's not a lot of space on this like platform, whatever you want to call this, like platform station, whatever. So I just threw a couple more tables out there. Like I don't know, this place is just a bunch of tables. And yeah. Oh, and her other thing was, in my notes, I had forgotten about it. Her other thing was that she was supposed to do like seancing and stuff like that to commune with the dead. So I do forget about it, but I do I rearranged some items. You don't get to see it, but I rearranged some of the items I put in the upstairs tea room to have a seance table, and then I throw in the, what are the cards we got from Life and Death? The tarot cards. I put those up there. So there is that stuff in here as well. And then I think that's everything. I don't know if I forgot anything, but I feel like that was it. And then I feel like, you know what, The Sims, I need more like fancy, I don't know, I need more fancy stuff. I need fancy stuff. I was lacking in fanciness. I don't know. I feel like the plants, I always end up using those like topiary bushes with the like stone base, and I need more fancy plants like that. Does that make sense? Because I feel like I always end up using the same ones. But yeah. And then when we go inside, like, once again, I'm struggling with placement today. I don't know. I couldn't figure out how to place everything properly. I was really struggling blocking everything. But it could also be the room shape because of how small it was. And I was just forcing it in there. Okay? But yeah, we're finally inside. Okay? And I always do this. I make a little fake checkout area, and I've actually fenced it off, and then I frame it in with a spandrel, I think. And then it looks very cute. I do have to say it for myself. It looks very cutesy and nice. And then I do put a register in there, but you shouldn't be able to use it, I don't think, because this ideally is probably for the businesses and hobbies, like business, I don't know. I put the kiosk thing in here, so it's probably more for businesses and hobbies, and then maybe you could turn it into a restaurant, because well, no, you can't turn it into a restaurant. I don't have the, you need that? The, like, big chef table? I don't know. I haven't played Dine Out in, like, forever, but it could be a restaurant, or, like I said, this is supposed to be a tea shop, but I don't know. It's fine. But yeah, the only other thing I put in here is a bunch of tables, and then I only put one like little dish thing in here, whatever that thing is, that cake stand display case, whatever that is, because this is mainly for tea, not food. And so I didn't make a separate kitchen for this. I just did it hence the weird layout. I did it in the back. So it's her kitchen that she makes and prepares the tea and any snacks and stuff like that. And then her living room is also in the same room. And then her bedroom is all the way upstairs. Yeah. So it's slightly weird, but like I said, they took over the building. They didn't make this so it wouldn't be an ideal spot or space. And then when I was done, I was looking over everything, and I feel as though the witch is lacking in space because I had so much space for the tea shop. I feel like I have I don't have a lot of space there. So she might not get a kitchen, and I'm gonna say they share a kitchen. That's what's about to happen here. Or, you know what, I could. Because she also has that train car. I was thinking, I don't know what the train car would be. I don't know. The living room for her, and it's just open to the public. She has a very open and cozy space open to the public. I don't know. And I literally got every single debug book or something like that from the gallery, and it's a lot of books. I hope the peoples don't move those if I like stack them, but I just got it from the gallery because I was looking for something else, and I seen that. I was like, oh, that would be good, because it has all of the like stands of the books from one of the packs that came. I don't know what pack that is. I don't know, but it has a bunch of book stands and stuff like that. But yeah, we're almost done here, I think, and then we do a quick little bathroom, nothing much in there. It's only for one person. I only put a single toilet in there, and it's like the old style, keeping in style with this aesthetic. It's the old style, like pulley toilet from the Vampire Back, and that's it. And then I really wanted to use this guy for some reason. I felt like he was very fancy and fit the vibe. But I realized this business and hobbies thingamabobber is very like modern, you know? So it doesn't fit the vibe, okay? So it's very modern. And I was trying to figure out how to hide this, but it's still usable. I haven't playtested this, but I hope it's still usable. I covered it up in a bunch of... What did I use? I used a bunch of shelves and something else. I used a weird build buy object and covered it up in planks, and hopefully it's still usable. Because I was like, this looks so weird, but this also looks weird. Is this worse or better? I don't know. You guys can delete it if you guys end up downloading this, but I don't know. I left it like this. It looks weird either way, swear to God. But yeah, yeah, it is what it is. I'm sorry. I covered this up and I made like a little lock stand, whatever this is. And that was my logic, that it looked better than having this modern login thing here. Okay? But yeah. Or does it like blend in? You know? I feel like it blends in now. Or did I just make it more obvious? I don't know. I feel like it looks bad either way. I could have... I don't know. It looks bad. I don't know, man. I'm sorry. I tried. Yeah, that's it. And then I left. I did it on accident, but I ended up liking it. Those windows right here on this wall where the wall is down. There are windows on that wall looking into that tunnel area that goes down to the steps, but I ended up liking it, so I left them there. I don't know. I felt like they still looked good. Oh, and then I ignored it, but I made that little seating nook. I don't think that'll work because I layered two. It might work. I don't know. It's a little bench. I don't know. It might still work. It's a little seating area. Okay. And then we go upstairs. I delete one of these tables to fit in a seance table, and then the rest is still like this. And this is outdoor lighting, sadly, but it's because we have a full, like, I don't know what you would call this, like a down look. It's open all the way up to the top of the tower thing, because that's where you would get onto the other train, in quotation marks, because you can't actually do that. But yeah, so it's outdoor lighting. I'm sorry. But I felt like it didn't bother me as much because the downstairs tea area is okay, and then the bedroom's okay. So this is just like the business part. If you would come up here, this one's outdoor lighting. It didn't bother me that much, so I left it. But yeah, what's my favorite part? I feel like my favorite part is me figuring out how to do the little tunnel area. I don't know what you call that. The little train area where it goes through with the tracks and stuff. I feel like that turned out really cool. And I really do like my tower and then the top train coming out as well. I feel like it added a little extra something. And you know what? I like the whole build. Okay, because I really like how I furnished the living room and then the kitchen. I feel like it really looks cute. And that's pretty much the whole, yeah. I pretty much like everything I did. I am just amazing, I guess. But anyway, who should I do next? Well, after I do this one, because I have to do the witch part next. But, oh, are we almost done? Hold on, we might be done. You know what? I think we're almost done. Because I think we have we have 2 or 3 left. Or no, we have 3 left. Because I added one, I think. Because if you guys haven't heard, fairies are confirmed. And I did do a fairy cast just in case they were confirmed, so I could have them ready and waiting for me to do a build for them. So I'll put that up above if you haven't seen it and want to watch. But fairies were confirmed, so since this is like a supernatural build series, obviously I have to include the fairies for when they come out. So I did those, and so we have to do a build for the fairies, but they don't have a partner. So I haven't figured out what I was gonna do, like a fairy village? I don't know. I don't know. Someone give me like ideas, because the next one up to do after this one is the vampire and werewolf, and their build is supposed to be a bar slash nightclub slash record store. I don't know. Or what was it, a record store? Yeah, it was a record store slash like secret vampire bar. It was something weird like that. And that's the one we have to do for them. Oh, and I forgot, I did the Santa one too, because I felt like they were also counted as supernatural. Okay, we're not almost done. I have so many to do. We have the Santa Claus workshop and then the Grim Reaper as well. Okay, we have a lot. And then the fairy one. So I'm probably gonna be busy with all of that. Okay. And then if you guys are still watching this, okay, you guys could get to hear this first. I'll probably announce it later this week or next week, but I'm gonna start a legacy series. But it's not the ones that are going around right now. I'm sorry. They weren't really my vibe. They had too many rules for me. Okay, and I am bad at following rules, so I made up my own. I'm not gonna go like full out and explain every single thing, but it's basically, let me think. I have to think about it because I made it a couple days ago and I forget what it is. Hold on. It's basically building up a town. I'm gonna delete every single lot, okay, following along. I'm deleting every single lot, okay, and then we're kicking everybody out, and then your sim is the only person living there. The other people can still be around. You don't have to delete them per se, but they can't be living inside the town. So everybody's kicked out except for her. She's the only one living there. And then it's just a basic rags to riches legacy, start from nothing. And then the only like rules I really have are that they have to build 2 buildings before you can move on to the next generation, and that I'm following the alphabet to you know what I mean, the alphabet legacy, you know, A to Z. So that's basically that, if that makes sense. So you have to build a house, preferably for your sim to live in, and a community lot. And the first one has to be a museum, because that is going to be the founder museum of the whole town, and it will contain all the records of the legacies to come. Does that make sense? I don't think I did a very good job, but I hope you got something from that. Okay. But if you guys think you'll enjoy that and you got this far in the video, give me some feedback about it down below. And once the thing comes out, I'll make a post or something with like the full like rules and links and stuff like that. You guys can comment away and help me out to add more something if you think I'm missing something, or I'm like, oh my god, you should have done this. I can add it in. I haven't started anything yet. And even if I do, we can add along the way, you know what I mean? I'm more loosey-goosey. I don't, you know, I'm not a perfectionist, okay? But yeah, in the meantime, we have gone to the kitchen area, and I did use a lot of, what is this pack? The witches pack? What is that pack called? Realmed Magic. We used a lot of that, and then I used I forgot to mention it. I used, what windows are these? I think these are from the castle kit. Maybe. They were very like stony. I don't remember. And then I used a lot of the Life and Death pack. So this one is a toss-up mixture of packs and content. I don't know what's happening here, but it kind of works, doesn't it? But yeah, that's basically it here. And then I think, I don't know, who should I'm probably gonna do the we're probably gonna do the werewolf and the vampire next. And I don't have like any grand plans for them. I have to look up some inspo pictures to see if I can make it look weird, because the last one I wasn't people seem to like the plant build and stuff like that, but I felt like it was too chill. I was lacking the chaos, you know? It was pretty chill build, except for the ship on the roof. But yeah, I just threw that on there. It wasn't anything complicated. This one was kind of complicated with like the shape and then the trains and stuff like that. But we shall see. We shall see. But the vampire and the werewolf build, it's probably gonna be a mashup of like modern / dirty. Does that make sense? I don't know, because the vampire is probably gonna be like sleek and a little bit modern, and then the other one is probably gonna be like dirty, grimy, and kind of like broken feel, because that was he's like flannel lumberjack style, the werewolf, and then what was the other one? Sorry, the vampire is like, he kind of looks like a douche, rich douche. I don't know. Does that make sense? Am I getting the vibes across? But yeah, I think it's gonna be a mashup of those two styles. So I don't know what I could possibly do yet. We'll figure it out. The shape and whatnot. But, and then I think I still have to do, I have so many things I'm doing. I need to stop. I keep doing like, ooh, let's do this, let's do that. So I'm doing like five different things. I just started the, what was I doing? Oh my god. The makeovers for the townies. So I'm doing that too. I don't know. I think I was doing the best friends. I'm probably gonna do that tomorrow or something like that. I'm doing all the makeovers for the townies. If you haven't seen that, I'll put that one above too. Why not? I'm just throwing you all of my videos I've ever made. But yeah, okay. I don't know what style I was going for here. I even threw in the cupcake machine here, and because of the one tiny display case I had, I was like, oh, we should give her the cupcake machine for funsies. So I did. And then, you know what? Have you guys noticed the way like the things click in now is weird? I find it slightly difficult now. And then the sorting and stuff in the freaking catalog is terrible. I can never find anything nowadays. Oh, and ever since the stupid freaking update, how could I forget this? I'm surprised I haven't mentioned it yet. The stupid update about killed me, okay? You know how many times I tried to record this video? So many times, but my game kept crashing, and I didn't have any CC or anything in this freaking game, so it wasn't that. It was the actual game doesn't like me anymore. I crashed so many times, okay? They're so lucky, okay? They're so lucky. I received everything and backed it up because it didn't save half of my freaking build, okay? But I already had it up onto the gallery and stuff like that because I've been doing that since the first time I lost my original build and from a previous thing I did. I was so angry. But anyway, the stupid update has really messed up the vibes, okay? It's really delaying everything for me. It doesn't like me at all. And then I've encountered that when I load into a lot, sometimes it doesn't let me, like, I don't know how to explain this. It'll load in, I can click everything, but I can't go up or down a floor. I'm just stuck. Has anybody done that before? I don't know. And I'm just stuck there, and I have to restart the whole game. It's a mess. But yeah, I did that like 40-50 times here, okay? And then the stupid, because I'm using, I think it's because I have the train kind of off the lot a little bit. It kept deleting itself somehow. And it would disappear sometimes, so I gave up until I was finally like done for the build to bring it back. So the stupid debug train kept coming for me as well. Ooh, and this here, can anybody guess what that is? That's her urn. I made a little centerpiece morning section for her. It's her urn. I thought that was funny. And I gave her the morning flowers as well. What are those called? The ones with like the big wreaths and stuff like that, the morning ones. But yeah, I put those in here because I feel like she's very much attached to her old life and aesthetic, so I feel like she's memorialized herself and her life. Does that make sense? And I made this cool photo wall because why not? Okay. And also because I needed to make a painting there in front of the what is that, a record player, but it felt off because of the TV also looks like a painting. So I was like, you know what, why don't I just fill the wall and it looks good. Okay. It looked good, so I like that. But yeah, I think pretty much here, I mean, I think it's pretty much it here, and then we go upstairs to do the bedroom, and then I made a custom wardrobe. I don't know how I feel about it. It looks a little meh. It's a little meh. It's not my best, but it's also not my worst. It's okay. You guys tell me. If you guys are watching this far, thank you. Tell me what you think of the wardrobe. I don't know how I feel about that. Okay, I tried to make like custom shelving and whatnot, and it's something. Okay. And then I tried to use every single like teapot thing we have, but can you use them if they're just on a counter, or does it have to be at a table? I don't know. I did put a couple on a counter, and I'm not sure if you can use those, so my bad. Okay, but yeah, that's pretty much it. And then I have to clutter this up. I didn't put much over here. I put a lot of like the life and death stuff, like the what are those, the like scent things, and then like the little memorial picture thing, and that's pretty much it in here. But I have to brainstorm because I still, like I said earlier, I'm not too sure how I'm laying out the bookstore. And I also want to do like, I want to create like an overflowing amount of books that it's like, why would you do this? Like, there's so many books that like, why would you do that, and why would you go that far? I want to make it so cluttered and so like overrun that there's even some coming up into the stairwell from the very top. Does that make sense? That's the vibe I'm going for. So when you go down, it's just a big open, basically like a subway platform type of feel. If I don't think I've shown it yet for some reason. I did do it in this build. Maybe I cut it out because I didn't need it. But yeah, it's basically just a big platform subway station kind of vibe. Okay, and then there's another train, the same one running underneath the one we have up here. And then they have a custom car train as well, so I can put stuff in there. And then I have two side rooms on either side of the main like subway platform. So I was thinking one of them could be the bathroom, because there's no other bathroom down there. Okay, and then the other one could be her bedroom. And then, like I said, she could use this kitchen. And then I guess what else do they need? A living room. The living room could go into the car platform. And yeah, that could work. I don't know. I've kind of messed it up down there. I could also go down another level if I need a little bit more space. Like for her room, I could stack that. I could stack that room and do another level there, but I felt like that's kind of cheating. Or is that just like, why are you thinking like that? I don't know. I feel like I shouldn't do that, but we'll see. I don't know yet. Okay, I don't know. But we're already to the next bedroom. Okay, and this is, I try to use the, like in that style, the old-timey style. So I used the Realm of Magic. Realm of Magic came in handy a lot. I used a lot of their stuff. And then I used the Glamour. What is that new? It's from the, what is that? It's from a kit, that vanity desk. It's very cute. I don't know what the kit was called, but it's from that. And I used that, and I made a custom little closet section. But I didn't put much in this bedroom except for more closet stuff and then a desk. That's basically it. But for here, I used the, I just used shelves and then I used the like clothes, the free hanging clothes, and I put those on a coat rack thingy, whatever those are called, and I sized down the racks, and then I like hid them within the cushions, if that makes sense. And I just layered those across to make a custom little shelving thing, because I didn't want these felt like a little too modern, and I also didn't want the closet stuff in here because it also felt a little too modern. I don't know, I did my own thing, okay? Because when you size down these, the clothes stay freestanding and at the right size, so that worked fine. And then I layered them to how many clothes I wanted them to be, and that's basically it. I didn't put too much on like the very top shelf, and obviously there's not like a bar going across for the clothes to hang on, but you know, it's for the looks, okay? It looks fine because you can't really tell there's no bar unless you're looking at it from like down below the clothes, so it's fine to me. I think it looks okay. And then I just duplicated the bathroom from downstairs to up here, and that's basically it. And then I mentioned it earlier, there's nothing on the upper level floors because it's just a stairwell going all the way up to the top platform. And I just put a couple benches up there. That's it. And then I think I layered a bunch of like pillows up there because you can still kind of see the railing of the coat rack thingy sticking through the top of the benches. So I put more pillows on top of that to cover that up additionally. So I think it looks okay. It's nothing complicated or fancy or nothing like that, but it looks okay. Okay. But yeah, that's pretty much it here. And then I think I used pretty much all the same wallpaper all the way throughout. I think I just used that like Realm of Magic one and then maybe a different one. I don't know, I can't remember. It was a bunch of like floral ones with like the light floral pattern in the wallpaper. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And then, like I said, nothing much else in the bedroom except for a computer. And then I forgot to show it in the tour, but there is a balcony to my left or behind us. I don't know what this is. We're facing forward, so it should be behind us. Yeah, it's right there. So there's a balcony there. You can get to that from the corridor. Yeah, you can get to that on the corridor. And that's pretty much all that's there, I think. Yeah, that's all that's there. And then we're pretty much done with this. And then on the balcony, I just put another seating area. I just put another seating area, and then I put a bar out there. That's it. I didn't put a grill because I felt like that was too modern. Okay, no grills for us. That's too modern. It doesn't feel old school enough. I guess I gotta put the like skillety one. What is that one from? It's like I don't know. It's older than the rest. That's all I can say. It's not old, but it's older than the rest of them. With like the cast iron skillet look, and it's like weird, and I don't know. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? That one? I don't know. But yeah, that's all I had for you guys today. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. But see you guys next time.